I think the tiebreaker map, should it be a tiebreaker or not, third map is going to be Elder. And I think that's what Rapha would obviously remove Furious Heights because that is DaHanG's standard map play that he'd play if it were another player, I think. But we're getting into the second map right now. You just saw Sinister here on the board. We're getting ourselves in game. We're on Rapha as he spawns at the railgun. Mega's the first item. He's caught with just the gauntlet out DaHanG. He's just going to swing on by and get an easy first frag.
It would have been great if Rapha could have taken away that 50 health because now DaHanG can recover those 2 rails very quickly. Have 8 seconds to get back over here to the red armor, and yeah, he's just sitting pretty right now.
The thing is, if Rapha actually hit a pummel at the beginning, then maybe he would have gotten the kill.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, I don't think it was quite close enough.
Would have been 1 for the real. Rapha knows where DaHanG is routing this, though. He knows the cycle, and he's just taking tiny pot shots as he can without getting overcommitted.
Nice
exactly shot. Like that. There are so many railable angles on this map where you can get those clear punishes. But as it stands, DaHanG still has a bit of a positional and a stack advantage as red armor comes back up. Is Rapha going to try to get in? DaHanG's actually kind of backing off a little bit, trying to see if he's going to go for that jump, but no, he's going to get that one for...
He gets the LG ammo because he doesn't want the same thing to happen again as before. That's obviously it.
I need to make sure I've got not only armor health, but plenty of LG ammo as well.
I mean, just sit on the railgun for 10 seconds, make sure you got all of them as well. Just do everything you need to DaHanG. You got yourself a nice lead. Got nice control, moving over to red with a perfect amount of time remaining. He might even get himself another kill here. Rapha stood out with the railgun. DaHanG is going to jump over, wants to secure some stack first, but needs to land a rail shot.
Both of them are whiffing.
Been a kill.
Both of them whiffing that one, leaving DaHanG with a bit of a stack left over. A lot of time before anything major comes up. This allows Rapha to maybe head back and get himself some yellows, but it looks like DaHanG wants to at least take 1 of these yellows. But now we've got such tight timing between the Mega and the red armor. This is going to be a tough choice and a tough Rapha to track.
DaHanG is just going to want the Mega. He might just assume that Rapha will take red, providing Rapha this time on both. He'll be like, right, I can secure myself an item, but DaHanG still has an edge.
I like this maneuvering by him.
Yeah, he doesn't need to worry about what yellows or reds he's giving up at the moment because it's so even in the armor department. He doesn't need to take any risks to say, oh, I don't want to pick a fight at an armor because what's the point if you lose a fight over something you didn't need in the first place? Then it makes you look like a fool.
15 points of armor. Yeah, it's 3 shards. But that's where the Mega comes in and where it's so important. And the damage from Rapha right now is actually pretty significant. DaHanG railable before he got the Mega. Now he needs the red. He's going to be pushed to it by Rapha. The damage is so even right now. DaHanG going to be heading back up to this upper YA. Pretty easy read for Rapha, but he's got no clear way to get in and get that damage. He's literally chasing DaHanG around the map right now from 25 and yellow armor.
Oh, the rail there is going to be a huge amount of damage, and DaHanG is going to string them together and make it 2-0. He got pretty much every item on that cycle as well. Rapha was positioned quite aggressively. And maybe, again, like he discussed, gambled on some positions that if DaHanG comes there, then he's in a bad spot. And that's going to be 1 more off the spawn. Rapha trying to get through the teleporter area, not able to be as evasive as he'd like to.
One thing I love about Quake is that you can see when players' hands get jittery.
Yeah.
And we saw a little moment of that from DaHanG a little bit ago, but now he's recentered here. He's got a hefty stack. He's looking to tighten the noose on Rapha right now. I mean, a 3-0 lead is comfortable to have right now, but as we saw on the last map, anything can happen. He's got to make sure he's got plenty of ammo.
Dropping down, see if we can find Rapha anywhere. Just looking for some intel. I think he's spotted a bit of his model just there. And there's a top yellow as well. Oh,
no challenge on the Mega this time. And Rapha was moving through that teleporter several seconds before red. That kind of sticks himself in a corner there. DaHanG was like, yeah, thanks for the free positional advantage.
I would have liked to see DaHanG push forward a bit.
Oh, he leaves it. Oh, okay. I thought he might have meant to do that.
If he did that sooner, it would have been better. But it's fine to have a little bit of a delay on the red because otherwise they would be spawning too closely towards the Mega health. He's going to just drop down. It's like, I am so damn stacked right now. The's no way that you can win this fight, Rapha. But he's ticked out of the LG. Rapha, he's going to try and get away from this, and he misses his rail shot. Somehow Rapha survives.
But the timing's still good. DaHanG still has a comfortable few seconds to go from Mega to red. And there's a nice rail out of Rapha. And you said earlier that, yeah, he's letting Rapha get some of these yellows and reds. If they're both even on armor and DaHanG has the Mega advantage, cool. But at some point, DaHanG needs to start punishing those.
Yeah, Rapha's only sitting on about 100-ish armor. And DaHanG, well, fair amount more at this point. And again, it's the Mega that he has to focus on. It's like, this is what I can't give up. This is the main artifact of the map.
And yeah, Rapha actually trying to push to the teleporter. He's not going to have too much leverage there. But now we have that timing split between Mega and Red, so he's going to lose that at least. But he's still virtually 200-200 as we hit our halfway mark. And he's holding down that upper YA too. I mean, it's a much more positionally advantageous yellow to have. Really? What? Okay. I mean, there's a lot of shots. There's a lot of spam going on in this. There have been relatively few face-to-face fights.
He's definitely missed some important rails. He's hit really some important rails, but he's also missed a bunch too. Like, the lead could be much bigger at this point.
Yeah. On the other side,
he's given up Mega. Okay, that was a bit of a momentary lapse of concentration, I think, from DaHanG, setting up very late for that item. We might see control. Well, it has pretty much switched to Rapha, and without DaHanG giving up a kill.
I like how the tide can turn without a frag even occurring, or even much damage occurring. The item game between these guys is so intense right now.
Well, that's going to suit DaHanG. It's like, well, as long as I keep my 3-frag lead, then he's going to be happy as ever.
That's going to be hard to do without that 200-200 stack, because Rapha's going to find an opportunity to have a fight. And I like the change that DaHanG's establishing here. He's not really setting himself up for any easy rail angles. He's burning a lot of time.
He's just getting all the information as well. It's like,
exactly.
I can hear you running around. I know exactly what you're up to. And I probably know where the next safe area is going to be as well. So DaHanG is playing pretty smartly at the moment.
This hasn't been especially true in the last few QuakeCons, but years back, DaHanG was known for being able to go absolutely ninja when he needed to. I would love to see that come back. And this is the map to do it on, surely. Oh, nice. Again, little sonar grenades. We got DaHanG doing a decent amount of LG, but now I'm habitually watching his ammo counter on the LG now. We have more rails coming out, and DaHanG is on tilt. He's on the run. He's looking for 25. That won't save him from another rail. His movement's looking a little bit nervous. You can see the little micro vibrations. Is that 50 yet? But you know that 50 is going to be trapped.
You can't even get there. It's like, oh no, Rapha's gone through the teleporter.
He's in the corner.
To go through underneath. I don't think DaHanG can get away from this. One rail landed, but Rapha is now on the board. Sub 3 minutes to go, and it's actually a good amount of time to make this comeback.
Yeah, this is Rapha now out of the gate, barreling through teleporters, barreling through the map, trying to find and trap DaHanG and force a fight to pick up these last 2 frags. He's got the time to do it. Oh, but this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to see. DaHanG just going full silent, and LG above him, stomping him down to the ground, leaving him with nothing but confusion and tears. DaHanG is going to be pulled out of the air by another rail. Rapha getting his final revenge, but certainly thwarting Rapha's attempts to just trap out DaHanG.
That was a huge move from DaHanG to be aggressive at that exact moment as Rapha was rocket jumping up. The teleporter game. He might get the kill still, and he does pick it up. 39 health left. He's got the red right behind him.
What is this, the House of Decay?
It does feel like it at this point.
Oh, but now 1 frag in 2 minutes. I mean, there's so much time that DaHanG has to play this running game. Even I wouldn't say that DaHanG is that good to do that. He's got to do some damage at some point here, like he did a minute ago, to make Rapha focus on something other than finding DaHanG's scent.
Is there like a hidey hole you can use for a minute and a half? I'm sure he's trying to
carve one out. But DaHanG steals away red, and Rapha just, he was clueless. It had to be a trade between Mega and Red, but usually in these situations you'll see the player currently in control at least put some pressure on one item while still being able to fall back to the other.
It's actually a really good steal as well for DaHanG. It gives him a bit of a buffer. There's room for error. And when I say error, like,
not much.
He can give Rapha some free damage and still be able to escape. Rapha takes a long time switching weapon just there. He's going to chase towards the red. He tries to knock DaHanG off, but is unsuccessful in doing so.
And he escapes. He has created some distance. He's going to be on top of the yellow, and Rapha's going to have a little bit of trouble getting up there. Rapha, he really should take this 50 if it's up.
It would be a nice denial, but he's just going to get items at the moment. The next red, after this next red, I think that's going to be the time. That's all right. Fortunately, that doesn't cost him too much, but he's got a big stack. He needs to make the comeback after this fight. The next rotation after might be too late. A rocket for a rail. He looks for another through the prison bars.
30 seconds.
Oh!
I still have doubts that DaHanG can kite Rapha this long, especially eating these rails now.
Going to be the mega up in 4 seconds, and Rapha's trying to weigh up. Is there enough time? He keeps landing shots. DaHanG gives him a pixel, and Rapha's going to take it. The red's next to him, but there's no time to take that. He has just got to absolutely launch himself towards him. Where the hell has DaHanG gone? I just don't think that Rapha's got enough time for this. 5 seconds. He's looking by the teleporter exit. He just doesn't have a clue. Rocket jumping seemingly nowhere. 3,
he
2.
was in the rocket launcher above YA the whole time.
I think
he was
like
poking from side to
damage.
side to side, looking towards red, looking towards mega. Didn't commit to either, and that did the trick.
I don't think that DaHanG would have died to a direct rocket there, but I might have to review their health again. But there was it did like 4 damage.
If
or
Rapha
something
usually
like
won,
that.
he's going to give you 2.
It landed still, which is just an amazing prediction shot from Rapha. Very tight though, because the amount of rails that Rapha was landing at the end. You know, maybe it was closer than I made out. I was just focused on Rapha's movement.
Oh no, if Rapha had spotted DaHanG, it would have been done.
Yeah, exactly.
Flat